Life in England 500 years ago was bad. I mean, real bad. Many people in England were so poor that they couldn't afford to feed themselves or their families. Hundreds of people died every day from disease and starvation. In order to survive, many people in England borrowed money from rich people, hoping that maybe one day their lives would get better and they'd be able to pay the money back. Unfortunately, most people's lives never got better, and they were not able to pay back the money they borrowed. In England, in the 1600s, if you couldn't afford to pay your debt, you were thrown in prison. And if you think prisons are bad now, you should have seen what they were like back then. Imagine that you were one of these poor farmers in England, sick and starving, without enough money to even buy yourself a moldy loaf of bread. Imagine that you owed somebody money, money that you could never pay back, and you knew it would only be a matter of time before you were hauled off to a dark, filthy prison where you would slowly rot away from disease, hunger, and loneliness. Now imagine that somebody came to you and told you there was a way to fix all of your problems. All you had to do was travel to a new land, somewhere nobody had ever been to before, and gather treasure, enough treasure to not only pay off your debt, but to make you as rich as the king. What would you do? Would you go?